think that is live. Let's just get this sorted.
Says it's live.
It might not be live. It might be live and hidden.
Oh, that'd be good.
From the scary public. But I think I've just got to click here. Boom. Check out Corn Fed Boost because he sent us t-shirts. He's a legend. And I gotta add a thumbnail. I think we're good. Boom. Public. Lives are stressful.
That's
I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but I think we should be live, Dave.
Okay. I haven't seen. Oh, yep. There we go.
We're live?
Yep.
Well, hello, everyone. All right. All right. Let's make sure that some people are going to watch it. Your channel. Oh,
so
I'm watching it.
Me too.
Okay.
Hey.
Live with JC, hey.
Excellent.
I cannot pronounce the next gentleman's name. Elias, VTechNet, Nick M. Oh, all the boys in the house.
Woohoo.
All right, guys, how are we all? Let us know what is going on. Does the audio work? We're on wireless mics.
And there should be two people speaking. Can you hear two people? Can you see two people?
No comments. Okay.
Is it broken already?
It could be broken already. I expect technical difficulties when we go live. What do we got? What do we got? Zach Steedman. Yeah, the boys.
Christchurch NZ. Mr. Jade.
Is that going to work? Okay, it's like it's frozen already.
It's
a load of comments have come through.
Yeah, there's a bit of lag, isn't there?
So we've got Zach Steedman, live. Oh my gosh, heaps of comments. What is going on? Show us the recent one.
Yeah.
Hey Neil Fraser, how you going? I don't know why I'm shouting. Mate, we've got microphones. Probably don't need to shout.
Yeah.
Everything
Dave.
looks good.
Hey Dave.
Both mics good. All right, I think we're safe.
Cool.
What are we doing today, Dave?
Well, Nick, he just called it out. He wants to see what's inside the box.
Of course he does. He has a particular affliction for these little things in the box. But, like a typical male Nick, you don't need to go straight to the box. We've got some other things we're going to have a chat about. Firstly, and I want to get it out of the way, thank you very much for the shirt, Mr. Cornfed Boost.
Yeah, absolute legend, which, by the way, man, you have been killing it lately.
Yeah, I really want to talk about his drag challenge videos. Guys, if you like our stuff, I know it's not BMW, but Cornfed Boost, he's properly building his car, making his turbo kits, and I think he's going to be quicker than I really, which is a bit annoying, because it's also a V6.
Was really surprised at his first, like the drag challenge was really his first session out there. With
the Power Glide.
Yeah, with a Power Glide, which is a big thing. You don't just throw a Power Glide. I mean, you kind of do.
He did.
But yeah, and it just worked. He was getting off the line really, really quickly, and his car was frickin' flying.
Good to watch. I think he got into the sixes. It was mega. But thank you for the shirt. Do appreciate it, dude. We will have to send some your way as well from us. Right, let's check out these comments going. Zach Steedman is reading his 0 to 60 shirt. We've got Jan Bakash.
Yes.
I hope I pronounced that. I'm so sorry if I haven't.
Perfect.
How can I forward video? Unfortunately, I'm a bit technically inept. I really don't know. Lester prefers the other Dave. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've done so much with your hair today as well. Hello from South Africa.
Damn.
Neil's good. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Guys, who's excited about the E90 build?
It's good. I think everyone is. It's going to be a really bloody cool build.
And I think I've said this with you, but I'm really looking forward to it because I've learned a lot from my 17T build, and I did a hell of a lot of research before I put my 17T together. Oh, I did it over 2 years. Feels like 2 years, 18 months. But there's still things that I did a certain way which I wouldn't do again. And I know if I change them, this thing's going to be better. It's going to be quicker, and I want to see some really fast vast numbers on the Draggy. Is it DW or Viv? You'll find out soon, Ali. Ali, did you actually order your Viv turbos? I know you were commenting about it. You said you did, but did you finalize your Viv V3 order? What's in the box from De La Boo?
What do you guys reckon? What do you reckon's in the box?
Yeah, some of you will know because I haven't been super secretive about it. But yeah, comment below what you think is in the box. What brand? What size? What are they? They are twins. We're sticking with twins. We kind of want the E90, the Vargas E90, which won't be Vargas for much longer. Nope. Or is it? Are these FRBs? Ooh. We want that to be like the ultimate street car. So if you're building a car, you've only got one car that you need to daily and have some fun and do some roll racing. We want it to be this type of setup. And something that you can give to your partner, give to your parents if you need to borrow a car. And it'd be drivable, completely drivable, air conditioning, and just be a full-on street car that's rapid. Right? To me, that's like the dream.
It should be, yeah.
You don't want to drive a car that's fully stripped out, that's really noisy. No. I mean, it's fine when you're on the track, but for all the other time.
You can do it for a bit, but it does get old. It wears thin, and especially, like you said, if you want to give it to your partner or your parents or whatever, when it's like a race car spec, they just struggle with it. They hate it. Yeah. But the way that E90 is at the moment, it's just such a nice car to drive. So if we can maintain that nice, luxurious, which it is. I mean, it's only an E90, but it's really nice. It's pretty luxurious to drive. It's very nice. You could jump into that and drive to Sydney. Well, if you're allowed to cross borders, drive to Cairns, for example, absolutely in a lot of comfort, but we want it to stay like that and just be
really, really fast.
Yeah, like nearly all really levels quick.
Yeah, which I think, fingers crossed, I reckon, we've never shared it with the channel, but we have streaked 100 to 200 times of O'Reilly. We've been saving this video. We filmed it the day before it blew up, and we'd like to try and beat that with the Vargas build, with the help of these bad boys. We'll see how we go. Right, what comments come through? We've got DAW, maybe those who's excited. Nick M says no comment. I think that's because Nick knows what's in the box.
Exactly.
Got Viv 19Ts. I was way too cheap to get the ones in the box. Okay. Yeah. VTechNet is also a 0-60G. We chat a lot. He knows what's in the box. Neil Fraser. Yes, there are Turbskis in the box. Pure turbos.
Well, they are purely turbos.
They are. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of pure turbos for the M54s. I don't know why. I've just not seen anything cool. Well, they were cool 5 years ago. 5 years ago, pure turbos were a great option.
They haven't evolved much since then.
And there's no fast cars with pure turbos anymore. What's happened, Pure? Make some more. Give some love to the older cars again. 19Ts. Grant Long.
19Ts for the win.
Grant lent his brother his 335 IS and he crashed it. That's basically what he's saying there.
Oh, sugar.
Life of JC. One of the mics is acting up. Do you know which mic it is, Andre? That does sound like something that would happen with our setup.
Yep.
It could be... No, my mic's on. Your mic's on as well.
One's on.
We've got A and B mics.
Give us a yell if it plays up again.
We've literally spent no money on this live setup. It's just our normal video setup, so we'll see how we go. Anthony L. I'm not going to read it. Open the box already. Come on, Taylor. What is it with guys? Just wanted to get in the box. Can someone explain where that comes from? I don't get it.
Stephen, eBay specials, no new guys. Yeah, it's what would normally happen.
Yes, yep. And there's nothing wrong with the eBay specials. I'm going to say it. If that's what your budget allows, go for them. But we're going beyond the eBay budget with this build, and hopefully the eBay results. Elias would be shocked if they were Vargas or VTT. Well, I'm fairly confident that's the same company, but hopefully won't shock you too much. You go into the next downshift circuit and coffee. Yes. Hopefully my car is back from the panel beaters. It's getting all the hail repaired and a few other touch-ups done. I probably should give him a call and get an update, because it's been 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's going on.
As long as the 17T car's back, nothing else has been done to it other than it's been damaged in the hail. But yeah, I would like to run it at Circuit and Coffee again. Zach Steedman, eBay specials. Oh, you read that. Neck Minute GTX 45.
That'd be nice.
Well, it's almost like he knows what we're going to do with her, really. Tyrone. Hey, Brad, how you going? How's your car going, Brad? Mr. Wright. I kind of miss hearing that single turbo scream.
On gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, speaking of single turbos, yeah, how's your progress going with your...
I wish there was a way that I could flash up an image, but I was talking to Adam on Monday night. My single turbo kit is coated in zirconia.
Ooh, that's what you wanted to be
Yes,
coated in.
I always want zirconia.
Absolutely, yeah.
When I coat my
I was
turbo
worried it wouldn't be,
manifolds.
actually.
Yeah, apparently it's like the best heat protectant, reflectant, whatever it is. The best thing you can coat it in. It looks like ceramic, but it's expensive ceramic. The test car should be firing up today or tomorrow. As long as nothing catches on fire, he's going to ship that. So hopefully that build will progress early next year. I can't believe it's nearly December already.
That is ridiculous. However, it will be very, very cool to get your thing running a single...
DCT.
Yeah, DCT, single, and an external gate.
And all the boost.
Oh, yeah.
All the boost.
And
I'm
powers.
completely happy with blowing up engines, which we don't want to do with the Vargas build. That one we want it to be like the ultimate street, sensible build that you guys should follow along at home and have a really good car with.
And, yeah, insanely fast and reliable and comfortable. You're mega all-rounder. Tick all the boxes and tick them properly.
I want all of that in my car, but without the reliable side. I just want to go.
It's
nuts
not.
with it.
Yeah, it's not so important.
Right. What else we got? Anthony L. Jern 54335. Dude, how is your car going? What? I know you changed turbos when you, because I'm pretty sure Jern did a engine rebuild. Please comment. Let me know how your car's going. I'm keen to see how it's going.
Neil Fraser with an M57 conversion.
Neil, I'm just going to say it quietly and don't tell anyone. Do you think an M57 would be good in an RX-8?
I knew you were going to say that.
I can't remember if we've mentioned it to the channel. I kind of want to do it.
I think Neil would like to see that as well.
Yes. And obviously being in the RX-8 chassis, just go nuts with it. Like, it doesn't need to be a good setup. We can go exhaust straight out the bonnet and just turn it into like a wild diesel drift car.
So yeah, when you say it like that, that would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, I was just thinking huge injectors, huge aftermarket turbo.
Lots of diesel.
I
Lots
know,
of smoke.
I know you can run them on a very basic ECU
Yep.
that has no security and no emissions and all that sort of stuff. So maybe. Twins rule, Mr. Ludwig. I need O2 sensors pre-cat. Mate, welcome to single turbo life. That is a big issue with single turbos. There's no way to get around that. You're just going to be burning through O2 sensors continually.
Yeah. But what ones are you replacing with? Because some seem to cope better than others, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I really had some very expensive O2 sensors in, and one of them was starting to die just before the engine died, so I don't know. I think you could spend $500 on a sensor and it's still not. They just get hot. They're hot.
Somebody else mentioning an M57 on the channel?
Taylor Wittenberg. That is a new commenter. I've not recognised that name. Sorry if you are a regular. An M57 335D. Dude, if only we had 335Ds here. And actually, shout out to Rod Sutphin, who is... I don't know what the right word for this is, but he's developing his 335D to be as fast as he can for 1 to 2s, 100 to 200. He just pulled out a 6.8 second, 100 to 200 in a diesel. What? And I think it's a full weight sedan, like crazy for a diesel. You're going to smoke a lot of N54 guys, even with upgraded twins.
Smoke a lot of everything.
Zach is heading off. Thank you for stopping in for a minute, Zach. Always good to see your name in the comments. Enjoy dinner.
Peace out, Zach.
I hope it's nothing too dangerous. Bradley Wright, genuine or Bosch. It's the same thing, Brad. The genuine sensors are Bosch, just reboxed. I've heard Bosch Motorsport's good to go. Yes, M57 RX-8. All right, we're thinking about it. We just got to find the right donor car, which will probably be an E53 X5, because we need some other bits for RX-5. Yeah, VTT does sell O2 bung fixes. Well, they're not a fix, but they space the O2 sensor just off the manifold a bit, and they've also got heat sinks on them with the idea of basically not heating up the O2 sensor as much. I will probably experiment with those on my single turbo kit. We'll just see how it goes, see what sort of life I get out of the sensors.
Taylor, which was the Mr. Wittenberg, he said he's from Canada.
I was going to say something Canadian, but apart from being very polite.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. Love the videos, can't wait to build my M54, says Michael Francis. Well, we nearly caught up with the comments, which is good.
Nice.
What have you been up to lately, Dave? How's the M5 going?
The M5 is actually parked up, surprisingly, so still haven't driven it. But the government still want their money for the rego.
He just had to pay his rego on his 39 M5, which is a V8, and it was like 1,000 or 1,100 a year. It's more, $1,200 a year.
Yeah.
You've driven it like 4 times.
Yeah, it's painful. But obviously, I paid it because I do want to get driving it again. And currently, I think I mentioned it before, but a big Achilles heel on those things, especially if you start running a little bit more power, or if you're giving them a hard time, you can snap subframe mounts. And my car, it still has an unsnapped and unreinforced. And when I realised how much play was in the back end, I actually got scared of driving it because you can, anytime you punch the throttle or even shift quickly, it would
thud.
Yeah, around the rear end. So I have ordered all new bushes for the rear end and also material to actually make brackets and sort of reinforce the subframe DIY style, but in a way that hopefully can just give it hell.
Yes.
And that's really what we want. So yeah, just got to wait for the material to come, and then hopefully, got a friend Adrian lined up that can hopefully make it all happen with his welder.
If you're watching this, Adrian, David said you're going to do it all for free.
Yeah.
Very, very kind of you. Thank you.
That would be nice. But and then should be good to go. Well, good to go for lots of the other parts that I've got ready to install.
Which we'll probably do in a separate video because you've spent a lot of money on extra bits for that car just to make it a little bit better. I can't wait to see more boost in the 85. Right. Moving on, it's nearly time for the box. Taylor did mention that we should get a sup in tune. I fully intend to, but what I want to do, because I never actually had a chance to run Rod's tune on my 7TT when it was auto, I want to basically get the car going as fast as we can with XHP. I don't even know if we've mentioned it, but Ken from Wedge is tuning this Vargas car, which is going to be whatever's in this box car soon. Ken is going to be doing the tuning. I've been talking to him a lot about how to set the car up, and he has some special settings that he runs with XHP, and he actually helped me dial in my DCT a little bit. So I want to see how fast we can go with off-the-shelf transmission tune before we go to a custom one, and then see how much faster it goes with the custom one. That's the plan. Everyone I've spoken to says that Rod's tunes are the business when it comes to 1 to 2. So see how we go. I intend to get one, it's just it won't happen straight away. We'll wind it up off the shelf first. David Holmes, he owns the Dukes of Hazzard 135. He likes to call it Superman. Same thing.
Same thing,
Likes
really.
to fly through the air. What brand of...
See, there is talk of an S65 and a 135i, which is very, very cool. I approve.
I don't want to dampen that suggestion. An S65 and a 135 is amazing, but it's been done. It's been done in a couple of 1Ms. There aren't many S85s.
There's not.
I would like to see S85.
That would be a tight squeeze.
That's what she said.
Where there's a will,
It should,
there's a
it
way.
should fit though, shouldn't it? Because they're V10, so they're 5 cylinders long, and you get a
Instead of 4.
6-cylinder and a 135.
True.
Go S85 if you can, because I think it's similar money. You'll pick up an S85 for
Probably.
about the same money as an S65,
Yeah.
and you'll end up with a much better sounding car.
Oh, it'd be pretty epic.
Not there's anything wrong with an S65, but S85 would be sick. What have we got? Been thinking about making an E91. Oh, dude, I want to make an E91 M3. Every time there's like a damaged E91 option or with a blown motor, I'm like, there, I'm bidding. I'm trying to get one cheap. I'd love an E91 M3 body with an M54 single turbo.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yep. I'm a bit of an M54 fanboy. And unless you've got the pure original M car, I think just go for the power. Have you seen the M54 brake badges? No, I have not seen N54 brake badges. NJ being the let's see the Spoolie Boy styles. All right, we're getting... How far in are we? It doesn't tell us how many minutes.
Probably 3 minutes, I reckon.
About 30, 40 seconds, probably.
Could be,
Yeah. I mean, I've hardly drank any of my beer, and I normally drink these in about a minute, so... I'm in lemon squash. Hello from San Diego, Mr. Joel Rowley. LS swap an E60. Ah, man, it's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
It is definitely the smart thing to do, but I just think there's too many LS swaps. The world needs less LS swaps.
Oh, is that such a thing?
I wouldn't mind putting one in like a Corvette or something. I think that'd be pretty cool.
It'd be a bit weird though, wouldn't it?
Don't know.
Not many of them
There
around.
can't be many LSs left in Corvette. Jern is the E91 over. Yeah, I know you've got an E91, Jern. I'm annoyed with how fast it was. It was nearly as quick as my E92 back in the day. Right. Oh, David's helping. He said we've been
11
in
minutes.
for 1.1 minute.
Oh, is that 1.1?
It's 1.1 minutes,
yeah,
yeah.
must be. Yeah.
Right. Let's get on to it.
Let's crack them open.
I opened them to make sure there was no profanities hidden inside. Actually, you can have the honours, but don't knock your beer over. Actually, I opened up the very top just to make sure there wasn't going to be anything in there that shouldn't be done on a live stream. But they are still sealed. And actually, you've never seen these turbos in the flesh, have you?
No.
Let's go down, and then we'll bring it up. Da, 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 da. N54 the world. Yeah, I'm all for that, Nick.
Way.
All right, we have the turbo.
It's actually that looks big already.
Yes.
For a N54 turbo. And there's some freaking weight in it.
They are heavy. I was about to say, I'm sure that's enough. They can probably see everything from there.
Yeah,
Fine.
done.
All right, any more comments? What's the status of the Forge build? Nothing's happening with the Forge build yet. It's just lack of money, I'll be honest. This build, when did we
Plan this?
April? April
2011?
We thought it'd be done by like June. Yeah. You can cut it. I can't get it in.
It's tight,
yeah,
eh?
everything's just been an absolute nightmare with getting parts. Not just with this car, but with the other stuff we've been trying to do. It's just nothing has gone to plan. I'll blame coronavirus because why not?
Everyone else does, but no, that is definitely hindering a few things. Wow, that is...
We've got another E91 owner. I'm getting a bit jealous, guys. E91 LCI as well. Ooh.
That is a well-finished...
Don't they look expensive?
It actually does.
All right, let's tell them what it is.
Bit of a hint. It's the big ones. Can you see that there?
That's definitely focusing.
It says DAW Flowmax Plus.
Oh, we got stickers.
This is the big one.
One of the reasons that these did take so long to arrive.
Dynamic Auto Works there as well in the manifold.
Unfortunately, Sean nearly died, which is pretty crap. But hopefully he's feeling a bit better. And also, he got sick, virus, and yeah, his state got shut down for like 3 months, which sucked. But we finally have them, and he did send me a video of the assembly and the balancing, which I can't actually show you guys right now, but legit balance sheets. They're not balanced by Turbo Technics in Northampton.
Like all your other turbos.
It's funny. I've had a look at probably 5 sets of China turbos now, and the fake balance sheets always. Why don't they just buy a balancing machine instead of sending fake machine with fake printouts?
Yep.
They must have a balancer in China. They have to, or else they would just all blow up. But they send out that Turbo Technics one. Anyway.
That's
what are
nice.
your thoughts?
It's really nice. That is compared to the the Viv turbos, but it's the size of it, the size of the manifold. For considering that there's 2 of these on a 3 litre, they're pretty big.
It's sick. I mean, I got to see Nick's. Nick's didn't have the pluses, so he's basically the same turbo with smaller wheels. So he should spool it. But I've been chatting to Nick a little bit, and he really likes his ones.
The wheels actually look awesome. They've got little DAW engraved on the blades.
So aside from, actually we'll get to it in a minute, the thing that I was most surprised about, not just because I expected them to be quality, because they're quite expensive turbos compared to the China ones, but have a look through the hole, through one of the ports down through the wastegate.
You can actually see through the... Can't quite.
Maybe you're gonna, okay, so you can see light coming through there.
Yep.
And then if you look that way up at the light, you can see straight, like the gap in there is huge.
Oh, far out.
Can't do that on the China ones.
No, yeah, that is gonna flow. Max.
Yeah. Well, plus. Sorry, we've gone a bit quiet because this is the first time I've actually taken out the plastic. David's never seen DAW turbos in the flesh.
Yeah, genuinely interested to see how they look, and that is a noticeable amount of room when you actually look at it through look through the wastegate. You can actually see straight into the straight into the chamber. It's big.
Right. Let's check up on the comments. Bradley Wright says good choice. Anthony L, yes lads. Grats guys. Thank you very much. They were expensive. I'm looking forward to winding them up and seeing what we can do with them. Yes, I fully intend to give Alex a run for his money. Unfortunately, I'm going to say it publicly because I like to prod and poke. Alex's car is significant weight reduction. I just saw today he's just cut out his rear parcel shelf, so the car's probably just going to fold if he goes any faster.
That's insane, the amount of weight that he's pulled out of that thing.
I can't remember what he said, but I've got a feeling it was around 1,250 kilos. So he's 350 to 400 kilos lighter than a stock e90. So huge amounts of weight saving. Fair play to him. He wants to go fast down the track. It's not what we want to do. What we're going to try and do is try and get close to Alex's 1-2s and 60 to 130s, but we want to do it with power. Alex doesn't use port injection. He just uses a stock fuel system and a lot of meth.
Which is kind of insane that he is able to get those 1-2s.
Yes.
Well, and his quarter miles and everything.
But yeah, we want to go the other way. Just feed the fuel in, way more fuel than what Alex can run, and see where we end up. That's the plan. Maybe more boost. Hopefully cooler cylinder temps than Alex's. We'll see how we go. Right, where are we? There's too many Daves. How much did they cost? They cost, well, I ordered them in May. It was they're about 2,200 US, I think, and it has got a Black Friday sale on at the moment. Don't tell the government, but we didn't get charged import duty when they came in. So they managed to skip through, which was amazing. I know Nick actually got charged. I shouldn't have said that on the live stream, should I? Oh well.
Just edit it out.
What else we got? Where's King and Dave 2.0? No idea who you're talking about. And King is okay, right. Everyone just wants to talk about King.
Yeah. Quite literally.
So there's a few things that I think you should look at which you haven't seen. Mainly the lack of play in the wastegate.
I was not everything. There is no play in anything. It is just.
I'm going to get the camera.
I mean, probably shouldn't be surprised that it's perfect, I guess.
Well, they're expensive. I do think these are a lot of money.
But the fact that it's just nothing.
Yeah, it is rock bloody solid. They often they'll get play that way, and there's just nothing there.
It's just the fact that the Viv turbos and even the stock turbos, they still work. They're still absolutely fine. But you can
Should angle up that way and just get the light in the hole. The size of the friggin' turbine. Ooh, I love poking it.
Considering there's two of them, it's gonna be.
That's the same as Nick's. But yeah, basically just bigger wheels than Nick's.
Look at that.
Yeah. Oh. Dude. Float Max Plus 2071 is the serial number.
That's gonna be tight in there, hey? Mate, it's gonna be pretty.
Well, I hope so. We have got the modified. Oh, let's go on a second to balance. We've got the modified outlets coming. If you're in Australia, we have 7 sets of, well, actually, no, it'll be 6 sets of modified outlets that will be in stock shortly. So if you need a set, let me know. I'm going to sell them on the 0 to 60 website. But I am concerned about when the outlet comes past from the rear one, how close it gets to this. Because you remember mine actually hit.
Oh, that's right, yeah, I had to do some massaging.
Actually, let's get the other one out.
And that's...
Did we get 2? We did!
It'll be a small single turbo.
Cut it. Nick is reminiscing about his customs costs. Joel Rowley. I know Joel Rowley. He does quite a lot of work on BMW. I think he's like the American version of Jake. That's going to be tight. That might need to be repositioned, actually. I reckon that's going to hit with the modified outlets.
Wow.
But we'll see. Okay, my mic was playing up. Is it plugged in properly? Yeah, it is. Doesn't mean it wasn't playing up. It's the camera mic. There is no camera mic. It's all external at the moment. Any idea what sort of PSI you want to push through these bad boys? Brad, 30.
Not even kidding.
No, I'd like to go 30 PSI on these.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Just see how the thing takes it. I don't think I'd want to run that all the time. I think Alex the Russian's about 28 at the moment.
Okay.
And his car is fast, but we're going to have better cooling. So maybe we can run some more. We'll see how we go. When I say better cooling, I mean just more fuel to cool the cylinders down. I cannot remember the exact specs of the turbs. You have to go to DAW's website and have a look. They're basically a little bit bigger than 19Ts, but The big difference with them, although the wheels are similar size to 19Ts, they have this manifold design. And I reckon a big issue with a lot of the China failures is how it comes down to that tight section just here. I mean, this has so... on the video I did at Nick's, where you could actually get in out in the sun, like you can legit see through the wastegate and into the manifold. There's no way the GoPro's going to pick it up. Yeah, there's just so much more. It's a bigger hole. It's not a tight hole. So hopefully it helps reduce cylinder temps and back pressure. Because I reckon that's what kills the China turbo cars.
That's what they say. That looks really nice. They look freaking awesome.
Should have them on tonight. No, just kidding. But we will be Liam Webster became a supporter.
Hey!
Thank you very much, Liam. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
We will drink to that. I don't know if I touch on it enough, but the 0 to 60 members, you guys really do help us. The money that we get from YouTube for doing these videos, and it's only like 100 hours a week that I spend doing videos, so it's not that much time. I have no life. But yeah, it's like half what I'd get minimum wage working at McDonald's. So when we get the members coming on, we really do appreciate it, and it's like a nice bonus on top. Thank you all very much, and it helps make this make more sense when we've got guys that actually want to support us, because as a business it doesn't make sense. Anyway,
not even close.
Alex the Russian is from Sacramento. Twin disco potatoes. Haven't heard that word in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
E90 35 built from VTT GCs were peaking at 29 PSI and octane. Tyrone, how did you go at those boost levels on GC2s? Did you melt anything? Keen to hear if you did.
Wow. And that's decent. Tyrone, was it you? Did you just put earlier up in the comments, did you put your 1 to 200 time?
Oh, I didn't even see that.
It could have been someone else. But that's pretty spicy.
It looks like Victor has just heard of Alex, the Russian. What did you hear about Alex the Russian? Capable of well over 800 horsepower, wheel horsepower. That's what I've heard. From all the research I've done, these manifolds, these wheel specs on an American dyno should do 850 wheel horsepower. We're going to shoot for 800 at the crank, so maybe 700 wheel Aussie. That'd be nice.
Which is
basically 75 more wheel horsepower than my 17T car.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. I was trying to justify how much power that actually is, but yeah, you know how quick Andrew's car is, and it's going to be quite a lot more powerful than that.
And so probably 150 horsepower down the road, really. But I'm keen to see how much more efficiency we get out of the 6AT versus the Power Glide. The Power Glide is great for getting off the line on a really sticky surface, but
that's about it.
Yeah, when you if you're trying to do a 100 to 200 at 80 k's an hour, really is not in its power range. So I reckon this thing is going to be way more efficient in that window. What else we got? Doesn't the larger exhaust manifold create lag similar to single setups? It actually. The manifold won't, but the bigger wheels will. I guess it will have an effect on it.
Very, very small.
Yeah. But I am expecting these to be a little bit laggy compared to my 17Ts.
Fucking sorry, just gonna.
JB,
we have to have another beer. Cheers, JB. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Jay. That's a great donation. Thank you very much.
I'm surprised it was 79, not 69.
Yeah.
Knowing JB, seeing his comments. Yeah.
But thank you. Neil Fraser has just worked out you can do cool stuff as a member. And thank you. I didn't realise. 13 months supporting us. Thank you very much, Neil.
That's huge, man. Thank you.
Right. So will she be ready for coffee and cars? Maybe circuit and coffee. I don't know about coffee and cars. Actually, how long until circuit? Oh, it's 2 weeks. Probably be pushing it a bit. We'll see how we go. Videoing everything basically triples the time it takes to do any of the jobs, so I'm hoping to have this thing running in about 2 weeks. We'll see how we go. Don't forget, I've got to do the full fuel system. What else have I got to do? I've done the transmission now. Fuel system, the intercooler upgrade, intake,
exhaust,
the the exhaust. Oh, we've got an exhaust. We've got to get that sorted as well before we can wind it up. Right, what do we got? Elias is at 82,000 miles, 132,000 kilometers. What do you suggest? when do you suggest upgrading to? The second you get the car is when you should upgrade to N64 turbos.
It depends what you want. For a lot of people, the stock turbos are okay, they're fine.
Yes.
But when things like these are available, I'm so looking forward to what that car's going to be like.
Okay, I mean, I should probably add a bit of a caveat to that. Don't feel that you need to go and spend $2,000 US dollars on turbos. You probably should if you're sensible and you actually want to do things right the first time. But you can have a lot of fun with your cheaper hybrids as well.
100%. And go fast with the cheap hybrids.
I mean, my car is quicker than an R8 V10 Plus. I said it before, like it's friggin' fast.
It's kind of stupid.
Yes. I'd like to see like McLaren numbers with these. That's where I'm thinking. We want to go crazy. Artie, good morning, dude. I think this is the first time we've seen Artie in a live stream, and thank you for being a member for so long as well. Do appreciate it.
All the way from Estonia.
Greg Wayne, have you managed to get back through the entire back catalogue of 0-60 videos yet?
He tries, doesn't he?
Oh man, Greg's great. He was just up to when I blew my 17T engine last year. He was watching that last week, so he's getting through them. He's nearly caught up. Okay, Bryce, I did a key and a MSD81 upgrade for him, and he's got a terminal 15 issue, but I figured out the ABS DSC pressure. Okay, so this is just a coding issue. All right, cool. Victor has done 0-60 in 3.8 with his 335 and stock turbos. That is definitely possible. Stock turbos running E50 fuel, if you can get it to hook up and just launch off the line at full power, they'll do it.
Yeah, depending on where you are. Victor, is that a XI? Is it all-wheel drive? Because that's what a lot of people don't know about Australia. All of our 0 to 100 times, yeah, we didn't, until the current generation BMW, you couldn't get all-wheel drive cars from BMW.
Be keen to know, if it is rear-wheel drive, what tyres you on? Because I'm like, because I can do mid-3s now, I'm like, it's easy, but it's with AR1s.
That's insane.
Yeah. Would you recommend the cheaper DAW turbos? They're not the same as the Chinas. They have a similar manifold to the Chinas. And also, DAW doesn't make these manifolds. They are, well, I assume they're made in China. I don't know where they're made. But he gets them made and then he assembles them in America. He balances them. And basically his CHRAs are built to a very different tolerance to the China turbos. I don't want to comment too much until I've wound these up and really beaten on them a little bit. But I mean, Alex beats on his.
Oh, insane.
The tolerance in these is much closer than the China ones, so you're going to have to look after your car a lot more than if you've got a China turbo. Actually, Joel can comment on the cheaper DAWs because he runs them. He runs them.
Yeah.
Okay, Liam Webster said, have you guys ever had problems not using OEM O2 sensors? Not officially. I had China O2s on my car and they just made me nervous. I was having a few issues with the car and I ended up putting OEM ones on. I've still got those China O2 sensors. But OEM is just Bosch. I now just buy direct from Bosch if I need O2 sensors. And you can use this for the pre-Cat O2 sensors on M54. If you get the Bosch partner but it's got the longer lead, you can use it for the front or rear bank. And it works out cheaper just to go buy a Bosch one instead of a...
Victor, Federal 595s, but it's an X-Drive. Yeah. Oh, it's a manual too.
Manual? That's quick for a manual.
Yeah, I guess only one shift in there, but...
Fair play.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it? X-Drive with semi-slicks on. Like, I wish we got to play with stuff like that.
Oh man, maybe we will one day. Well, the G series,
yeah, all the new
all-wheel drive here.
So another 20 years time,
we'll be able to afford them,
basically.
Nick asked if we got any upgrades. No, I just went for base spec. I don't like getting upsold on stuff, so yeah, we just got base spec turbos here. We'll see how they go. I had such a good run with my China turbos in regards to how they've lasted. I figured something that's made a bit better should just last longer, hopefully. Best turbos for daily driver, full bolt-on MHD Stage 2 Plus need stock. If you're not going to put an aftermarket, sorry, if you're not going to put a custom tune on, stock turbos. You shouldn't run upgraded turbos on OTS flashes, even though we are, but you shouldn't. Joel's done 20,000 miles on his DAW turbos. That's crazy. At 24 PSI.
Nice.
Shame you got the Helix, Joel. You're missing out on good power there.
I was running the 3X.
Yeah, well, actually, it's the 4Xs that seem to just
Be-
cause continual problems, but I don't like direct injection. Nobody who actually has fast cars likes direct injection.
For power.
For power, yeah. For efficiency, it's great. What else we got?
Just got my draggy. Yes.
Good
I'm
man.
Running 17Ts, 400 real kilowatts. Cool.
Where are you based? Oh, you're in Vic. It says it in your username.
Vic Oz.
Let us know what you do with your draggies, man. 400 real kilowatts, you'll be in the 6s.
Damn.
Assuming it's a auto or a DCT. You might not be in the 6s if it's a manual. But that'll be quick.
And now you can actually find out. Now you got a draggy
Yes. Oh, I think I said it in the first video for the...
on that build.
Yeah. You need a drag. You need to be measuring what you're doing. There's
Yeah.
too many people that think their car is fast and they don't know what they're talking about. But if you've got a couple of years of draggy data, you'll know when you're doing the right thing, when your car's running right, and what's going on. Oh, okay, Liam's got problems with China O2s. Was it misfire? Was it doing that before you replaced the O2s, or did it start doing it when you replaced the O2s? Oh, hang on, Sparks before that and happened. Okay.
And had no issues.
Yeah, you need to look into it. You should be able to, if you've got MHD or JB4, you should be able to log the data coming from the O2 sensors and just make sure it's reacting properly. And if you've got MSD 81, make sure they're around the right. Make sure your post-cat O2 sensors around the right way as well. A lot of people had that issue.
Just seen. Also, your N54 in Vic does have a 6AT,
Oh.
so it should be
Low 6s, man.
pretty spicy
Let us know
car.
how you go. You might get into the 5s. I want to see this sub 5.5 seconds, this car.
Jesus, that is so quick. That doesn't.
My 17T car did 5.85 or 5.89. I can't remember, but it did a 5.8. So this has to be 3/10 off.
It's just.
I mean, it might not happen till winter, but
So considering it, what was it? Was it a 12-second monitor currently?
yes.
Yes.
So it's just going to go
That's.
less than half its current time.
Yeah. It's got to get to 200 k's an hour in
In
less
half
than
the
half
time.
what it currently does.
Yes.
Easy, easy.
Henry is using JSR now because you inspire me. You're welcome, Henry. He's a good dude. He doesn't talk much. You don't see him in many chats. You don't see him in any forums, any Facebook groups, but he makes cars go fast.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. He's like old school. I like it. Liam Webster's on it. Mustafa Sabi.
I was going to say, in your experience, what do you think the auto transmission can handle?
Definitely
625 horsepower.
Definitely 625 wheel horsepower. My 6AT never slipped. It did snap 2 axles, which is weird because I haven't seen many other auto snap axles. My 6AT XHP told me to throw it away in 2019 when I was having shifting issues before I did what I did in yesterday's video, and that's how I fixed it. So yeah, my 6AT wasn't a good box. It was a bad box. I serviced it and I had a really good run with it, and it never slipped. I don't think I ever ran the upgraded line pressure in XHP. So there was still more to be had out of it. So yeah, 6AT with the current XHP software, I mean, you could be talking 800 wheel horsepower. You couldn't do that 2 or 3 years ago. It's all to do with how they're increasing line pressure and the shift patterns. It's cool stuff happening with XHP.
Mustafa has asked what we think of the M55s.
Terrible. Don't nah, just joking. I think
They make some cool noises.
they definitely sound a hell of a lot better than M54. I think a full bolt-on N55.
Oh,
I don't know
you
what to
mean
say.
full bolt-on versus full bolt-on M54?
Yeah, the M54 will be a little bit quicker, but I think most people will have more fun with the M55.
They seem to be less problematic at that sort of level.
I think, yeah, that's what I mean. For a daily driver,
Yeah.
full bolt-on, they're pretty good. When you go beyond full bolt-ons, I can't comment with enough experience. I've spoken to engine tuners and they just hate them.
It seems a lot of work, or it's a struggle once you start going the full bolt-on level and you're trying to get a lot of power out of them.
And the way they blow is very random compared to an N54. Like these
Yeah.
guys that are blowing up N54s when they're running huge power numbers, they have some idea on why that part fails, or they expect that part to fail. It seems to be a bit more of an unknown with the N55s, but they don't have the forged rods. Not that the N54 rods are good, but there's a few downsides. What do we got next?
Sorry, so it's coming up a bit quick now, isn't it? So Yordi actually just blew his first engine.
What caused your engine to blow? Yordi. Because mine popped because the water pump stopped working and it overheated. Well, it didn't actually overheat, but obviously there was no water circulating, so a cylinder got hot on a pull.
What kind of maintenance on a N54 BMW immediately?
All of it.
There's a lot, yeah. But now typically you'll there'll be lots of seals, a lot of gaskets leaking that need to be replaced.
It's mainly it's oil leaks and then spark plugs, really. They're the main things that people sort of slack with on an N54. But if you get your oil leaks sorted, get decent plugs in them, they normally run pretty well.
And if there's something else, like if a water pump needs doing, you're going to have signs that the water pump's going to need to be doing.
Yes, unless you rust out your battery terminals in the boot.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Then it definitely tricks you. I cannot keep up. What's the thinking behind no JB4 on the E90, just mixing it up? Nick, it's purely just to experiment with it. I love my JB4. The features it gives me, the car is fast. It's the fastest China Turbo E92 in the world, I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. There's nothing wrong with the JB4, but I want a MHD only car. Just see what it does. Obviously working with Ken from Wedge Tuning, he is the G when it comes to tuning MHD. He wrote all the maps. Like he's got data on, I think he's like 18,000 tuned N54s.
It's ridiculous.
He's got logs on, which is madness. So I want to see what Ken can do MHD only. We're still going to have anti-lag and launch control and some cool things thanks to Ken. There's a lot of cool features coming to MHD that he's teased. So hopefully this will be a bit of a test platform for those MHD only features, and we can share it all with you guys. So we'll see how we go.
And Corn-Fed Boost has entered the room.
Thank you, Mr. Corn.
Yes.
For the shirt.
He said cool turbos sitting on the bench, which yes they are, but not as cool as his shirt.
Yeah, will this make my BMW faster? Right, what else we got? Built M54 with M52 head. Jesus Christ, car won't boost. Well, I don't know how you got the M52 head on it.
Whoa.
Okay, there's way.
Shit. That's just loaded a heap.
Okay, 335D transmission, good for 1100. Yes, it is. I'm keen to see. There's a few guys in the States that have gone on to the ZF 6HP 26 transmission, which is the diesel transmission, or 26, 28, it's basically the same. Putting them on the N54s. Rod Sutphin's doing the custom tuning. I'm keen to see when those cars get wound up and actually start making some decent numbers. I haven't seen anything properly quick yet, or nothing quicker than a ZF6 HP21, the normal gearbox, but I know it's coming. It's coming. They are strong boxes.
So Yordi's cylinder 5 let go, 0 compression.
Was it crack ringland or crack cylinder?
Injector was leaking into that cylinder.
I could have washed the cylinder. Who knows? Where is Aurelia and the M5? They're parked up. They're sleeping, wrapped up, safely, just waiting for more money.
Yeah, they'll be back. They'll be back. The M5 will be back before the before Aurelia, but yeah, just got stuff to do for them.
Avi's spruiking the 335D transmission. Oh God, it just did the loading thing again. At what power should you focus on changing suspension and diff? In my experience, as soon as you put the hybrids on. My 17T car had pretty crappy original suspension, which was fine at full bolt-ons, but as soon as went up to that 25 PSI port injection E85, and it would have been about 550 wheel horsepower, Aussie horsepower, that's when my car felt not good. And there's videos on it. If you go back through the videos, I remember you driving it for the first time, and you're just like, this is bad.
Yeah, but what was really surprising is not only when the coilovers went in was it safer and more predictable and controllable, it was also faster.
Yeah, it did go quicker as well. I was having bad wheel spin issues, but obviously if the dampers are blown out, it's going to be an issue. Right, what else have we got?
So yeah, long story short, just do them whatever you can, I guess.
Do it whenever you can
It's
afford it.
not really an expensive mod for how much of a difference they make.
No, and actually I went with the cheapest I get. I went with the Geckos, which
yeah.
were like 1100 or 1200 Aussie at the time. Then I went with quite expensive BCs, and although the BCs do give you a bit more feedback, if I was doing it again, I'd just go the Geckos. They were fine. MHD has Black Friday deal. I think it's 50% off. N54's getting so clapped out to the point you might as well just, oh my gosh.
Mick from the Gold Coast, so semi-local. Good to see.
Anthony's checking out the M52, M53 head comment. When is day one of the build? Well, it started yesterday with the transmission. I'm going to do, I think I'm probably going to do transmission, fuel system, intake, then the turbos with this E90 build. How's the dick ace brakes going after using them for a while? Really good.
Yeah, on which car?
Well, the Vargas car, because my brakes were okay. They've gone rusty though.
Are they?
Yep, the Vargas brakes have gone rusty again. But so have Connor's genuine Brembos. So I think it's just an issue when you've got those big plates of steel, they get that rusty look. I was definitely less worried about it when I saw Connor's $8,000 brakes.
Yeah.
But the Vargas car with the dick ace off the shelf, their own ones, it feels good. The pedal feel feels so much better than my car. And I mean, it must, I thought the caliper design was the same, so it must just be pads.
Pads probably got to help.
But yeah, very happy with it. Feels really good. It bites instantly, unlike my car, which gives you a little bit of sponginess at the start of the pedal.
Talking about the 8.8 diff conversion.
Oh, I'm in two minds about the 8.8. I think unless you've got a manual and you want to be doing clutch drops,
yeah,
you shouldn't need it. Like, I still think a lot of people don't understand how much power O'Reilly makes or what
Definitely
a
not.
trans brake launch does to a rear end, and O'Reilly was standard welded diff.
Yeah, that's true.
With upgraded axles. So, like, the 8.8 costs a lot of money, but do you need it? I don't know. I won't be putting an 8.8 in any of our cars. Just don't need it.
Greetings from Lebanon. Far out. I'm really surprised at the reach, particularly the N54 community, has got around the world. It's freaking insane.
It's a strong community, like our rods in the engine. How long do your 17T last? They're still going.
Yeah.
For some reason, it won't hit boost target. It goes 1 psi under target. I assume the wastegates are just out of adjustment. But yeah, I just target 1 psi high.
Yeah, it doesn't taper. It doesn't lose boost. It just doesn't quite hit target boost. So.
But yeah, aside from that, they're still going strong. No issues with them. I won't be throwing them away when they come off. I will keep them for something else. Yordi needs a diff badly. I'm still running standard diff. I might just weld it and get some axles. Yordi. Oh no, I can't keep up.
Yeah, it's
no,
Yordi.
it's Yordi. Yeah, look, that's all that O'Reilly is.
If you haven't seen the O'Reilly car as well, that thing is just it's an absolute vicious animal, and all it was doing was snapping axles, so it ended up getting some custom drive shaft axles.
Yeah, he got the DSS 1000 horsepower per axle, or 2000 rated setup, and he never snapped an axle again. You're pretty safe with an open diff, and I reckon you get these cars going pretty quick, apart from on a drag strip. Well, I think your 1s to 2s, you're going to be pretty safe with an open diff if you've got good tyres. Just keep that in mind. Don't rush to the diff. I did a diff in my car last year, and I've now been driving the DCT without the diff, and it will spin up a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. JSR just sent me a message. He has a Black Friday sale on if you're getting any tuning done.
Yeah, if you want to tune your N54, now's the time.
Or at least book it in. Keep my ON3. Ooh, Anthony L. Keep my ON3 kit or run twins like a DAW. Tough decision. I want to get some experience with these versus single turbo setup. I love the noise of a single turbo. Like, it was pretty mind blowing when we got an O'Reilly. Like, it's addictive when it comes on the power. The way it hits is, I miss it. It's looking at its transmission, its block. It's really addictive. However, when I drove Tim's car with these turbos, when he was having issues, these still felt pretty amazing. I won't answer that question until we've properly driven these. From what Mr. DOW said, these should tickle you in the same way, but is it worth switching from a single to this? I think these are better for a street car. These should be better for a street car.
That's probably makes more sense, yeah. These will be slightly more drivable.
They'll have a bigger window of power through the RPM range. So the average power through a dyno pool should be higher on these, but we'll see. The proof will be in the pudding.
Somebody from California, Avi.
So many messages. All right, we've been going for a while. I still can't see the time. We don't get any timer on here, but I think we're coming to the end. We've unboxed the DAWs.
And they look mint. I'm pretty stoked with them.
considering you paid for half of them, are you happy with them?
Absolutely. It has been so long in the making, but I'm really looking forward to getting I was going to say Vargas car, but it's probably not a Vargas car now.
It needs another nickname. I don't think DAW sounds as good.
It doesn't roll off the tongue as easy, does it?
Maybe the dynamic car. Maybe the Flow car. Flowmax car.
Flowmax car, that'll do.
We just named it. Thank everyone for the input in that. That was a group decision.
Yep.
Lol.
Or if you can think of a better one, let us know.
Joel Rowley's just asked about O'Reilly. Just trying to get money together, man. Need to go standalone. Need bigger injectors. Need to build the engine. Yeah.
It's going to be...
about 20 grand.
Like a really, really big job financially.
Yeah, we sort of made the decision. We could put it back together how it was, but I mean, it was cool in 2017, 18 at that spec. We want to go faster. We still want to keep it a street car. We still want full interior, AC. I still want to be able to give my mother the keys and say, take it for a drive. I want to be able to do that. But I also want to be able to flick a switch and run 1,000 at the rears and go really quick.
Yeah, with this current setup, that wasn't possible with how it was built previously. If you made it go quicker, you would lose more drivability.
Basically, and it was pretty maxed out for a stock unit as well.
Yeah, it was insane.
Well, I say maxed out on the strip. You probably make more power, but it wasn't going to go any quicker because it would just fry the rears. I really will legit. If you come on the boost the right way, like if you trans brake and let off early, you will be skidding up to 180 k's an hour.
Yeah, and Joel Rowley just asked 8 HP, which would be really cool, especially behind that engine. But it's got the power glide.
Yeah, I don't know. If I could be certain in an 8 HP setup working as well for drag racing, which is what I'm going to do with that car, I'd jump on it. Because I mean, the power glides, it's 2,500 horsepower power glide. It's probably worth a lot of money. We could probably sell the power glide and completely pay for a ZF8 conversion.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
And when Andy was describing the joy of driving it before, like I know you're specifically talking about the single when it comes on, but part of the craziness was also the power glide. Obviously only just having 2 gears and just under full power at 140, 150, screaming at 160 k's an hour, holding you flat. The foot is well as the floor, and you just smash the shifter through, and it's just an instant. It's.
I can't see a ZF8 shifting as hard as that power glide does.
It's not gonna,
But it would probably be quicker with the ZF8.
But having the gear ratios would definitely be a benefit, and definitely better if you were to drive it on the street as well.
Yes,
as a lot.
It is a tough one. We'll see. We'll see how the ZF8 development goes when there's more cars actually running it. Jake, our mechanic friend, he's supposed to be doing that in his single turbo build. We'll see how it progresses. If we drive that and
if it's just
epic, amazing, then we'll probably do that with it really.
But yeah, his car should be a pretty perfect test bed for it really, because he's going to have a lot of power and the AHB.
What do we got? Oh, Joel's just talking more about the both having trans brake. Yes, they do. Obviously, the ZF8 in the Dodge Demon has trans brake, and it works really well for that. You'll lose the shifter, our power glide shifter.
Oh yes, correct.
It adds a little bit of effect to it.
Yeah.
So it'll all become digital, but we'll see. Greg Wayne is excited for the build. So am I, dude. I'm more excited about this DAW build than I am about the O'Reilly build, to be honest. So I think it's going to be a lot more relevant to a lot more people, and we'll use the car a lot more as well.
It should be the ultimate car. Like O'Reilly's just going to be stupid fast.
Yes.
But this is also going to be stupid fast.
But
really nice.
The problem with O'Reilly is you get in it and you can drive it slow off boost. You can drive around and never come on boost, but it's a bit.
It's off boost. It's literally like you're driving an NA. N54.
Well, it's probably slower. With the 2 gear ratio.
Yeah, true.
Imagine driving a 325 in 3rd and 5th gear only.
That's kind of what it's like, yeah.
But you come on a boost and you've got 800-900 horsepower, and it's wild. Where this, you can plot around at. The problem with that really is when you're on power, you're going fast. Yeah. Too fast for the road. Where this, you can actually nip up to the speed limit, that sort of stuff. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how we go. O'Reilly was a stock engine, King Rogers, completely stock engine, lasted really, really well. I think we kind of probably got a bit too hot that day. We hot lapped it for about 30 minutes.
Yeah,
It
and
was about 25 minutes, and it was just pull after pull after pull after pull.
yeah,
Things would have been getting hot.
it was working pretty hard.
Yeah, but when we stripped it down, like the bearings, the rod bearings looked amazing. If those rods didn't bend, it would have kept going.
Yeah, and we didn't, like it wasn't a surprise. We weren't trying really hard not to blow the engine up. We sort of knew it was going to happen at some point.
The second we got that car, we're like, the second we drove that car and felt the power, like, this ain't going to last.
Nah,
but it lasted 3 years, that motor.
Which is kind of insane.
Hundreds of dyno pools when Dan was developing and playing with stuff. So, all right, I think we're going to end it off. We've probably done an hour. Thank you, JB, for the donation. Thank you, all the members that come in and help us. It's friggin' amazing. Don't know what to do without you guys.
Yeah.
Well, we probably wouldn't be playing with so many cars, that's for sure.
Definitely not. It'd be much tougher, that's for sure. So thank you very much for watching as well.
And thanks to everyone that commented. It's great. Sorry we can't keep up with it. We're getting a bit old.
It's insane. It's going to need like we're going to need a screen just for comments soon.
All right, guys. Still coming through. I'm going to close it. Right. Thank you. We will catch you on the next one.
Have a good night or morning or day.